Hi there, guys. This is Jujitsu, and we're doing another Forgotten Realms Premier Draft. I think it's something with P, but there were two options, three actually. There was a traditional draft, a Premier Draft, and a Quick Draft, and we went for the Premier Draft. And let's see what we have here. Flash enters the battlefield. Phase out. Ooh, interesting. So this guy's interesting. So you can like save a dude, or yeah, phase out. Creatures you control though. So essentially you can chump block and it's on a decent body. Okay, that's one. We have the painter here, which is fine. This guy can be ridiculous in the right deck because he can turn your mediocre equipments into fast equipping things that cost nothing. We have a Gretchen, we have a bad mace. These guys are good if they wheel, evolving wilds, a giant, and yeah, I think it's probably going to be one of the uncommons. Um, wow, guy to my right's drafting pretty quickly. These are great if you end up in the right colors. Nothing I'm really crazy for. Um, yeah, I don't think painters are first picks, and while these guys are nice, I think I'll just get the guardian. He has double color, so not wahoo, but still interesting. Search for equipment, put to hand, shuffle, equip cost 2 less. That's good. Whenever creature control attacks, up to one target creature blocks it this combat if fails. So that's pretty cool. Talisman is a nice equipment as well, but it goes well with the blue black deck. So this is also more in the blue black theme. I think white is typically it's either green white or red white. Those are typically the colors. The ally is okay, not amazing. This is okay. I kind of like the fighter class. You know, yeah, you tutor an equipment, and sometimes you can get some pretty silly equipments, and then it costs less. I like it. Let's just go and pick the leftmost, topmost card every time and see how that works for us. So not as well this time, right? Druid class, it's another color. Wow, this is the meme, right? Moon Dancer plus Unicorn equals, I don't know, love. There's a unicorn that also has like a similar effect every time you gain life. So that's nice. Um, yeah, so probably not. I mean, could pick it maybe, but I'd rather pick other playables that are currently in our colors. This is the torch is okay if a bit expensive. If a bit the torch is not okay and it's very expensive, but with fighter class and other such cards, might be more tolerable. It's maybe better than the mace. I don't know. Um, Wilds is an interesting pick here. Do not really feel like going green. Um, and the veterans are pretty good, so it just goes down to that. I've learned through hard-earned experience that you really just wanna get them 2 drops whenever you can. Here we have a gargoyle, which is interesting, but it's an 0/4, which will just venture into dungeon. I like these guys. They're 2/1 that I'll trade with a bunch of stuff, and they'll give you some ancient lore. Um, but not real. Usually, you want to beat down with this kind of deck, and I think Vandals do just that. Um, these are more for the green. Well, this guy's when you want to like go for the venture into dungeon kind of stuff. But I really like plundering barbarian. He will help you accelerate. He's typically pretty good with black as well, but there's just so much to destroy in this format. So here we have a few interesting options. I don't think that hulking blah 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 is really worth its mana cost. It's a 3/3 for 3 with haste, but I don't think it's worth having double red. Format is fast-ish, but not that fast. Um, Rapiers and the likes, I hope we'll be getting more of them. I think it's either the improvised weaponry, which is okay, or another armor. And I think I'll just go with the armor. I tend to think that we will pick up more rapiers later on. Goody goody 2 drops, not necessarily. And wow. So Burning Hands. It is better than the other sorcery. We just saw the Crazy Treasure, both because it's instant and because it has the value to just kill a really big green chonker. So that is definitely going to be our pick. Other pretty notable, decent red cards here. Barbarian is, I'm very happy playing Barbarian. And the Captain is also quite fine, but Burning Hands will be our pick here. Dungeoneer is also a decent pick. But definitely going to take the Burning Hands here. And this should not come this late. I'm talking about the Burning Hands, of course. This feels very memeful. I'm not very excited about playing Blink Dogs. Yeah, I don't think this should be here in here this late. It's no shock, right? But it's still pretty damn good. It's usually going to give you the value you want. Maybe there's some like tech I don't know about in this format, and you should never ever pick Burning Hands, but it's still super legit in my book. Here we have two aggressive options. We have no, not the rope. I'm just trying to read what this does. Yeah, this is more control-like. So we have the hawk, which is okay, and we have the javelineer, which is also quite fine. Looks like we're more red heavy, so I have a tendency to pick the javelineer. And so I will do so. I will do so. Wow, this guy wheeled. I don't know if that's legal. And we have an evolving wilds. That's pretty funky. But I think I will take the dwarf hold champion, and we're gonna have to start picking equipments a bit higher. So this is our third creature, which really benefits from equipments. Weird that evolving wilds also came so late. These guys are amazing. I mean, if you put one of the cheaper, like the shield is not the exciting option, but if you put the +2/+1, the rapier, just suddenly you have a 5/3 right on turn 3, and you can re-equip it later for fun. These are okay. Wondering to scout out the other colors. Draw 2, discard 2, counter spell. I guess that's okay. Yeah, that's pretty slow for the pricing. 6 mana for a 2/5, which isn't a great body. The effect isn't too exciting either. You sacrifice. If you do, you ping. Not very exciting. We'll take an ambush if we're like deprived of combat tricks. Wow. Wow, are we in the right colors? Wonder if I'm over-evaluating, but this is, I don't know, this stuff is like a must-have. And now we have at least two very exciting options. So the first is Battle Hammer. Each creature you control with an equipment gets +2/+0. First equipment is cheap, which is really good if you get these expensive buggers. And the other option, this is a 5/3 have you. He does give you an immediate effect when you play him, but still expensive. And the other guy is this, which is incredible in my opinion. So allegedly just a 2/2, but very easily you can play him at turn 4. You know, pump him up, instantly gain additional value very fast. Yeah, and this stuff is nuts as well. Almost considering, you know, just picking him and splashing. But I think we'll go with our theme colors. We're not necessarily going to get enough evolving wilds to justify Drizzt. Yeah, we'll take the dwarf here. Maybe we'll encounter like 5 evolving wilds now, and it'll all be fun and games. But for now, I'd rather make the solid pick. And nothing really interesting in white or in red. Actually, it's really just the burning hands. I don't know. Maybe we could have either of these wheel. Cube is good, but I think we're pretty set into our colors. White, not getting much there, but I don't know, getting enough, I guess. Maybe this might be a bit too white heavy to play. Do we like chuck it all and go black? No, too brave, too brave, too brave. Let's go for burning hands. It's a decent pick. And as I say that, we get a Grim Bounty, but here we have a critical hit, which is great. I guess critical hit, right? So we have this plus null camp. It's probably enough. And nothing we're too excited about wheeling here. I guess another null camp would maybe be playable if we need it. Here we have a Dragon's Fire. And yeah, white is pretty dry. Maybe we should steer away from white. I wonder. I wonder. Um, choose a color. Add one mana of the color. So blah 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 blah. Dragon, dragon, dragon comes into play. Tap. Add mana of a certain color. That's kind of like the text. Something 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 dragon. We're gonna take the dragon's fire. It's probably gonna be our pick. It's more quality removal. So hypothesis: if we do not draft even one more white card until the end of the draft, do we switch colors? Maybe. Um, we do not really roll dice in this house, so no value for this. This isn't very exciting. I guess maybe the boosters just haven't been very exciting so far. Maybe with enough of these we can even speculate into other colors as treasure generators. Yeah, but I'm perfectly happy to plunder with Ye Old Barbarian. Um, so once again, no white cards, no playable white cards. Let me correct that. Um, but red is super open. Um, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. So this might work, right? No, I'll speculate towards it. Probably not gonna be red blue, but you know if like some really sweet green stuff comes along, maybe we'll look towards that. Is green red a thing? I think it is a thing here. That's the pack tactics mechanic. Black is also okay, but I don't know. This is a fairly late null hunter. And ooh, wish. I guess it's okay. Eh, we'll take the wish. See, now we can like sideboard plummet and stuff. It's crazy. It is crazy. No, but seriously, we're probably gonna take the Valor Singer. It's good stuff. Improvised weaponry is also good actually. Decisions. I think I prefer the Valor Singer. Um, lets us curve out a bit more, and we have like so many burning hands that I feel like we might overdo it a bit with the 2 damage nukes. You know, suddenly they're gonna cast something with 3 toughness, and we'll be like, "What? We didn't prepare for that. We don't know how to deal with something with 3 toughness." This guy's interesting. Bulit. Thought it's a beetle. Sure, we'll take another one of these. Again, I'm not sure if we'll play them. You know, just taking it for. We could take the leather armor. I don't like taking the leather armor. This is not what you want to do with equipments. It's not. I'm hoping that we pick other things. I think we have like another bad equipment we can use. If push comes to shove. Okay, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Yeah. So it's decent if you have more swamps, which we don't. Definitely not gonna splash for this. Barbarian class. So we roll dice whenever you roll. Da, da, da. So like, currently we have 2 critical hits. I think that's about it in terms of die rolling. We have a bad shield, and we have a bunch of other stuff. This guy's pretty good. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to axe this, we're going to axe that, and we're just going to play like red plus 2 colors, and we're going to be playing them really light. I think that's the game plan. Here we have a plate armor for each other equipment you control, which is null. And in green we have a... Well, this isn't really a combat trick. We have a Dungeoneer, which is okay. And the plate armor is okay, I guess. It is a mana sink, but no, it's just a mana sink. You also get Ward 1, which is nice, I guess. So it's going to cost them 1 more to like out-tempo you. I'm considering just taking the Evolving Wilds and like going into green. And like just splashing it for this dude. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, boys. It's happening. It's happening. That's pretty good. We also have another veteran, but we don't really have any equipments, which makes this deck a bit awkward. And I don't feel like taking Boots of Speed. Yeah, it's pretty sad. There's just 2/2s at the moment. We're not even gonna have that many 2/2s to like pump and use combat tricks on, unless we get the Null Hunter and stuff. Decisions, decisions. Okay, it's a nice combat trick, but I think we need more boys. So let's take this. Um, yeah, that's not great. It's yeah, it's gonna prevent our opponents from going like haywire and venturing into the dungeon 5 times each turn. Not not a very frequently occurring event. I'm considering running another one of these. We're gonna be red heavy. We can easily cast them, and we can even ramp up a bit with ye old barbarians who plunder. Um, this is this is also a decent 4 drop, I guess. Well, not really. It's a 2/3 that gives you a onesie. I'll take another one of these. We might be going for a slightly slower version of the deck. We have this, but we have the magic missile, which is very easily castable by us. We also have the choose your weapon, which is nice, but once again, not as exciting. Yeah, so this isn't a very exciting dragon. We have another Null Hunter if we do really want to go into green a bit more aggressively. And we can go for the leather armor, which is sad. I feel like fine, we'll go for the armor. Fine, we'll go for the armor. Um, we have another one of these, but once again, they're really not as good if you don't have enough equipments, and we currently have 2. So this plan did kind of backfire. Although we didn't see like too many rapiers and stuff. I think that this is our 7th pick. We might see the shield wheel. But since white is a bit fickle at the moment, oh, this is interesting. Legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them, which is 1/1. Yeah, so this guy's gonna enter. Okay, and once you upgraded, legendary spells. There's a theme here. Cost blah blah less. Okay, so something legendary. Less exciting. We'll take Monsieur Pegasus. Here we have the barbarian class and another leather armor. Yeah, we have 2 beetles. Sure. I'm not proud of it. Not proud of it. Okay, this guy we're probably gonna axe as well. We drafted something. Okay, Boots of Speed is perhaps a bit better than the other stuff. Not even sure what we drafted with that random. I'm gonna have to check it out later. No doors will be kicked in this draft. Okay, so deck building. The ally is out, and as suspected, we are kind of low on playables. This guy's nice. I think we can run like 1 forest. We'll be okay. Creatures. How are we on creatures? So we're okay. We have 14 creatures, which is quite a bit. 2 drops. We currently have. I wonder if this is like good enough. So we can bring in equipment, which is one of these 4. Probably don't want to run more than 1 leather armor, if any, but I feel like there is some value to be gained here. And it's fairly cheap. Like, if this was an enchantment which we can reuse and gives like +0/+1 in menace, would we use it? I don't know. Not really. Yeah, it's kind of awkward because a lot of this deck relied on equipmenting, and we're not really going to be doing that. I think Boots of Speed are okay to run as one of. Looks like the fighter class isn't as exciting as we thought it may be. Just because the stuff we can tutor isn't exciting. I'm thinking like we get a rapier. Like it's okay, but getting into 5 mana and then up to one target creature blocks. No, it's not. It's just not very exciting. So okay, so long, fighter class. It's been a pleasure. I think that with more exciting equipments, this would have worked. I think this guy is still okay. He's a 5/3. It's not terrible. Um, champion will go out. I think we'll axe the leather armor as well. We'll axe the boots. Yeah, this is it's starting to look a bit more like a deck once we make peace with the fact that we're not going to be memeing too much with equipments. And I'm thinking about running the null, but it's a bit ambitious over here. I think we're going to be very light on both green and white. This isn't going to happen either. So we're once again a bit low on the 2 drops. Okay, so we will run the Boots of Speed, and I think we'll run a Bullet as a one of, and we're going to be running... Wow, do we just axe white altogether and go like mono red? We can also actually add the Ranger's Bow, which is interesting. And then suddenly we want to play white again. So we lose the Peg... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's how it's going to go down. So this is out. We had another beetle. There we go. Double beetles and wish, question mark? Do we add a wish? Suddenly like sideboard Baleful Beholder out of nowhere. Cast it with we need 2 playables. Ranger's Longbow, question mark. No. Run 2 of these? Yeah, let's do it. Goblins. Goblins. Okay, we will beat them with aggression. And we will run 2 forests, which is... Okay, fine. 3 forests, which is probably sufficient. And a bunch of... Right, we can actually just add it from here, right? 1, 2, 3. So any hand without red mana is not a keeper. And I think that this is fine. So interesting. So that's probably going to be the deck. And I'll see you guys in round number 1.